Hey everyone, at first you may be thinking these two cars that I have today have nothing in common, but they are both orange and they are both Autoarts, and for me that is enough in common to review them. The first car up is the replacement for the Lamborghini Gallardo, known as the Huracan. This is a Autoart composite. Composite means this is a thin plastic body shell over some die-cast components within the frame that gives it a little bit of weight, and it is opening, and the body panels have a way of sticking tightly together by using magnets to hold them close. Some people complain that the paint finish is a little dull. You can actually see the metallic molded into the paint. This is, I think, molded in color as opposed to die-cast, which is a painted product. So that's kind of unique. Typical Autoart quality overall, not as good as the Autoart heyday. You've got raised decals for lettering, which is nice. Wheels and tires are always very good on every Autoart. These, I think, are carbon ceramic brakes. That's why they're dark in finish. The open mesh grille, except for the center. I don't think that is open mesh. Those are of course open mesh, but maybe the real car that's closed mesh, but I highly doubt it. The interior, I don't know, that's where I start to see a little bit of lackluster compared to older Autoarts. Just the finish of the simulated leather just looks a little plastic and toyish. You do have carpeting, but I don't know, this is not the Autoart of my youth. I hate to be a complainer. Let's get our fancy crevice tool for the gap up here is a little large. The whole point of the composites is the tighter gaps, so that's a little bothersome. If you're a person that's a stickler for weight, this will bother you. All the body panels are very flimsy, very light. That's the nature of the composites. The front trunk is not carpeted, but it might not be on the real car, can't say for sure. You do have the scale hinges and struts. That's always something I look for at this price point. Retail would have been about $159, $179. I picked this up at Modelissimo in Germany for about $65 US, because the planets aligned where there was a sale and the euro was about $1.08, and I got 10% off, making it about $1 to our dollar. Engine detail is good. My issue is it's a partial engine that only goes down maybe a half an inch, so there's no real engine block, so there's no air on the sides of the engine. It does not go all the way through, which you can obviously make out underneath. I mean, that's kind of chintzy. That's more what I expect from resin, but I paid less than $70, so as I say, at that price I'm not mad at it. Again, we've got scale struts. So again, I mean, this is, hey, it's not resin, it opens, but at $160, $170, $180 retail, some of these places have this for you. You start getting very sad for what used to be. Packaging is the same. Same box that Autoart has been using for probably over a decade now. Nothing special. It comes with a couple diagrams on how to open the doors and whatnot. Pretty typical of an Autoart. In contrast, we have a regular good old-fashioned Autoart diecast. This is a JDM first generation, forgot what that means, S30 or something like that, 300ZX. I mean, sorry, 240Z. I have 300ZX on the brain because that's what I had, which I still miss that car. You can tell it's JDM by the mirror positions. Obviously the steering wheel position as well. What makes this kind of unique is this is that engine is great looking. It's a 4-cam car. Our 240Zs were a single overhead cam. So you have a camshaft and a camshaft for a dual overhead cam. This is more of the engine that you would have seen in the first Skyline GTR, which we obviously never got. And again, this is a real full engine. See how there's air You know, there's daylight on the side of the block. It goes all the way down, as opposed to what you just saw in the Gallardo. I mean, this is great. You have a scale prop rod right there. You have, I think, metal scale hinges, and obviously on the Gallardo you had plastic scale hinges. You have an open grille. Wheels are not exactly my favorite wheels ever offered on a 240Z, but again, this is a JDM car. This is just what you would get. Let me get my crevice tool again. See if I can get this door open. Easier said than done. Easier said than, there we go. So we have metal scale seatbelt buckles. We have carpeting. Even the wood steering wheel is reasonably convincing. Get open on the other side. Really well done. This is the Autoart that I remember. Door panels are better executed where it goes from metal to plastic. Again, you've got the raised metal emblems. You've got the scale strut. More carpeting. Really nice details back there. Exhaust tip's pretty great. Underneath, again, you've got much more convincing three-dimensional all the way through engine detail. This again probably would have retailed for the same, maybe $149, $159, but it's held its value better, so I paid about $100, I think, through Diecast wholesale models. And again, at that price, not mad at it. Good to have real diecast. Packaging, pretty much the same as the Gallardo. Full black box versus the black to blue fade. It's nothing too exciting there. So once again, nothing beats slightly older Autoart diecast. $100, that's about what a typical wrestling car goes for today. And the composite, it's alright. It's just, it doesn't hold a candle to the old stuff. So that's it for this week. Tune in next week. Like and subscribe, and have a good one.